Welcome to River City Plus. It is the show after the show. And if you watched our show, I'm continuing our conversation with Courtney Barringer. She is a Jacksonville native who has traveled all across the globe, becoming a fashionista and now an author. And I mean, is there anything you aren't doing right now?
I just do it in turns. I do it in turns.
So Courtney is just embarking on a big book tour. Jacksonville is her jump off. She's going to be at the San Marco bookstore Saturday from what was it again?
Um, 10 a.m. to 2, but my talk is going to be at 1, so that's when you want to be there.
Okay, and so her book is ReFashion Workshop. Use your words, Ransom, and it's basically about how you can battle climate change through your closet. And people are like, what does that mean? Oh, she got some insight. She's got some nuggets. So let's start from the beginning. What does it mean to refashion your wardrobe, and how are we battling climate change with that?
Yes, so refashioning is essentially changing your entire mindset in how you buy, why you buy. And it is wrapped around the fashion industry, but to be perfectly honest, it could be the same way that you shop for your groceries, the same way that you shop for your bed sheets. It is an idea that you should be shopping for your values, and you should be shopping slowly. Now, I chose
Shopping slowly. What does that mean?
slowly, yes. So the big buzzword in the climate change movement with fashion is fast fashion. So of course, the antithesis would be slow fashion. And the idea is that you need to, well, for one, if we're going to start throwing facts around, we already have enough clothing made right now to clothe the next 6 generations.
We already got it.
We got it. So the thing is, it's being made so fast, so carelessly. It's throwaway. It's a throwaway culture. And there's no way that you can buy a $1 t-shirt and expect that that t-shirt was made with any kind of ethical code of conduct for the people that are actually making it. So it's a climate crisis, but it's also a humanitarian crisis.
That's a whole different perspective when it comes to shopping, because most of us are going on like, what bargain can I get, or what name brand or whatever. But to actually, God, now you're making the shopping experience way more complicated for me. I hate shopping. Now I have to be conscious about
Now you
what
have
I
to be
shop.
mindful. You have to think about it. Not like, oh, what do I need today? Of course, it's what you need today. But what do I need today? And how can I apply my value system to it before? It's just a stopgap. It's a stopgap.
So you're talking about shopping mindfully. Where did you come up with this, or what changed in your mindset? Or I don't want to say changed, but maybe what involved in your mindset that you were really willing to take that on?
I would say, look, I've been studying fashion and sustainability for 10 years. And there are some amazing speakers out there and amazing movements, but there's not a lot of practical application in any kind of way. So my thought was, if I wanted to change my life, what would I do, and where would I start? And that's kind of how I began the journey of refashioning, and all the steps and practices in this book. It of course came from how would I change my life, and who's doing it, who are the best people out there in all of, in science, in religion, in all of it, to really actually take this wisdom and put it into your body so that it just becomes this unconscious thing that you do, so that you don't have to think about it. That's what I'm trying to bypass.
Make it a lifestyle.
Make
So
it, yes.
it's like when people talk about going to the gym and stuff, it's like, don't make it a chore or something. It's like, do it, build it up into a routine so your mind changes, like, oh, this is just what I do.
Exactly. It's a total refashion lifestyle change. And here's the thing. So if you're going to go to the gym, right? The first time that you go, it sucks. There's a whole list of exercises that you're supposed to do. And you're like, how do I do this? It's awkward. Then you get better at it after you've been training. And now it's just something that you do. Some of the mindfulness practices that I have in here, of course, there's reflection. There are meditations, believe it or not. And the goal there, of course, is to like just get you into your imagination. One mindfulness practice that I have that I really love is like follow the lifespan meditation.
Mm-hmm.
So you take your favorite thing. Really, you can choose. It could be your favorite thing. It could be your clothing that you wear the most. But you kind of go to a quiet place and follow the lifespan. Okay, where did I last wear this? Okay, where did I buy it from? Who made it? How did it travel to me? Where was it sewn? What fields did this cotton come from? Where did this fossil fuel come from? And then now you're going into the earth. And so the idea is, again, just to really, really be there with the things that you own and have a relationship with it, healthy relationship.
I'm saying there's going to be a lot of torch closets at this point. You talk about your book that you have different aspects after each chapter, so it's kind of like a little recap, a little test of knowledge and stuff. Why did you decide to incorporate that?
Well, because I want it to be personal.
Mm-hmm.
If you make things personal, you form an attachment and a bond to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, there's a test in there. You get to find out how toxic is your wardrobe. So you get to actually find out your carbon footprint personally per year.
Does
per,
anybody really?
Per,
It's
yes.
Like, it's like when people don't want to know how hot dogs are made. I mean,
But okay, you could skip that if you want, But there's another practice that's a little bit, I mean, kinder, I guess you could say. I mean, a lot of it. There's a quiz at the end of every chapter, and I have tons of chapters.
and I'm just being devil's advocate, but I just like it's interesting that we're really getting into a space where we're trying to get people to really like be in the moment. I mean, like even dressing, because there's times you just grab stuff and you're rolling out and you're not even thinking about it. But like you said, maybe now as we're dressing, it changes your energy as you go out. It's like, I know where this is. I feel like it's come from a healing or a wholesome space.
Yeah,
natural.
There's a certain pride to knowing that your choices were ethical, that you did actually take the time, or if it's not, now that we're gym rats, it's not so much time anymore because it's automatic for you. There's a certain pride, and that's actually something that's in the book too. That's a key factor of happiness. One of the key factors of happiness is knowing that you're doing something good. So it's environmental stewardship and making sure that this is something accessible, but also, easy.
Now, in the book, her website is ReFashionWorkshop.com. In the book or on your website, do you give like some places where people can shop where they know that it's going to be ethically or...
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Oh yeah. So there's an entire quiz section where you
and
do
the test.
Well, look, this is personal. It's a workshop, okay?
Nah.
So there's an entire quiz about your personality. You find out how to dress for your personality. And I did not make this up. The scientists at Harvard did. This is not my test. It's someone else's test. So a better person did it. Just saying. But in the results, I then, because I'm also a stylist, so I have rounded up 200 ethical brands and sustainable brands that have third-party verifications. They have watchdogs. They have all of the certifications that you need to make easy choices, and it's matched to the personality, your personality.
Ooh.
So at the end of the day,
you put in mad work on this thing.
Oh yeah, this thing is deep. I'm telling you, like the point is to change your life, and it's more than just fashion. I'm saying at the end of the day, it's environmental stewardship, and if you can do it for your clothes, you can do it for anything else. You're going to start seeing the whole world differently. Like, oh my God, is this couch ethical? Like,
It's this, yeah. Oh, you're definitely tweaking my melon for sure. So you're going to be at San Marco Bookstore Saturday. Your talk is at 1, but really, what is it? What can people expect when they come meet you and as they go through their book?
Yeah, so the plan that I have for Saturday, and this is what I like to do in person.
Mm-hmm.
There are some tenets of wisdom in the book that I want to discuss. It has all to do with how the fashion industry is manipulating us to want more and to always feel like we're not enough. And it's one of those conversations I think go really well in person. because it's true. Like there's this little, emptiness, this empty space that advertisers, and it's not evil, it's just we just know it's there. And the fashion industry and really all the industries are just tapping into that all the time. So my goal is to get you to get to that space and just be in it, be uncomfortable. That's where all the change happens. That's where all the transformation happens. So that's something I'm going to be talking about on Saturday.
Were you uncomfortable when you decided to make the change, or were you like, I'm all the way in it, I'm good?
Oh yeah, it was not automatic. Oh my goodness. When I would do like little splurges, I was like secretive about it. I was hiding it.
Binge eating.
Yeah, exactly. I was doing some little binge eating. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't be a speaker on sustainability if I'm like secretly like having a little, quick little haul. So yeah, I had to do a lot of work for myself because I love fashion, and I was a model in Los Angeles for 10 years. So people were just giving me stuff, giving me stuff for free, and I had to stop taking it.
I mean, we all love free stuff. I mean, that is definitely a mind change because you're like, I cannot accept this because my moral compass is not going to be able to.
Can you imagine? Yeah, they're like, would you like these like expensive blah blah blah, and you look at the tag, you're like, no, I do not.
That's some strength. That's like when I go to the table, I look at something, I'm like, no, but I eat it anyway. I'm working that out. But I see where you're coming from. So it's like some willpower. Like you said, people really have to make a conscious effort to make that change.
Yeah, that's sort of why the book has so many practices, because also, not one practice fits. It's a fit for everyone. A lot of people don't like to meditate. That in itself is a hard ask. Some people will be like, I prefer to do this journaling exercise, and maybe that one. I highly anticipate lots of people skipping my practices, but as long as they're doing some of them, the impact is there.
Well, the fact that you're sharing this knowledge, because we were talking earlier, Eden and I just learned about plastics in clothes. Like, we didn't realize how much that impacts people on the norm. And then, so maybe people will take, even if they don't fully embrace the practices, having that knowledge, maybe they will make some adjustments. It's like, you don't want to tell somebody to go full vegan, just incorporate it a little bit into your lifestyle, and maybe you can make that change as you need to. So Courtney's going to be at San Marco Bookstore Saturday from, what'd you say?
10 to 2.
10 to 2. Her talk is 1 p.m. You can get her book, find out more information. She's going to be touring all around. If you aren't watching us here in Jack, you're watching our live streams from somewhere else, you can catch her. We're like we could be international, and it's all because of Courtney. So she's going to be out and about, and you can get her book, ReFashion Workshop, online at refashionworkshop.com. Is it on Amazon and all that too?
Amazon, Barnes & Noble, it's on all the platforms.
Yeah. So get some knowledge, people, and support your locals. That's the other thing. What does it mean we don't have time. Next time, we'll make that extension. So thanks for hanging out with us and sharing that information. Good luck on the tour moving forward, and we look forward to our next fashionista conversation.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
We'll be back with more Plus tomorrow, but at 9:30, we're going to be live for your neighborhood at Veterans Park. If you want to join us, come on out. We'll be there at 9:30 for River City Live.